What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's week 314, I believe, in the weekly rotation. Yet another week strong. We have been going at it for, 6 years. 6 years of this weekly rotation, and haven't missed a beat. Don't plan on missing a beat. One day we'll be celebrating week number 1,000. Many years from now, but because 52 weeks a year, right? But we have some newer stuff to the collection, some stuff I have not wore in a very long time that were some reachbacks. I had some cooler weather, but I still wore a lot of fresher stuff for the most part. It's been feeling like Christmas leading up to Christmas, but then for Christmas, it's not going to feel like Christmas. Gotta love that, right? So there's links down below if you want to check any of these out. We've got some classic designers, some affordable niche. We've got some new niche. We've got a little bit of everything. New cheapie that we'll talk about. So week number 314 in the rotation. Stay tuned. Starting off on Sunday, speaking of new niche, calling all vetiver lovers, I would encourage you to get a sample. Everybody loving it as I expected. It's kind of in the middle when it comes to vetiver fragrances. It's not your typical basic fresh, woody, citrus heavy, woody aromatic vetiver, but it's not your super challenging, dirty, earthy, bitter green. Kind of falls in between. With Seraphim Khus from Zaharoff, George's newest release. Very much what you would expect a vetiver-based Zaharoff fragrance to be. It's spicy, it's earthy from some truffle with this kind of green, somewhat bitter vetiver. It's a little on the smoky side as well. There's some creaminess here, like this melted wax type of creaminess from the Bushman candle, mixing with the iris and sandalwood. Kind of gives it this, that's the texture of creaminess I specifically get from it. It's kind of like melted candle wax because there's a wax coating to the Bushman candle stem. That's natural Florentine iris, so it has a waxiness to it already. There's other creamy notes here as well with a touch of vanilla and some sandalwood. So that's kind of how it comes across to me. It's an earthy, creamy, spicy, woody aromatic with just a touch of sweetness to balance with it as it gets in the very deep dry down. I believe it's the same vanilla that's in Ibere, Jordan's fragrance of the Nigerian Giant Moss, for those of you who didn't know. I just think a lot of people are really going to enjoy this. And everybody that's gotten it so far, that seems to be the case. I've worn it like 6 or 7, I think 6 times so far out of this book. It's so good. And I'm very picky with vetiver. I'm super picky with vetiver. This is a 4 to 6 spray fragrance for me. Longevity is crazy. It's not an overwhelming projector, but I mean, obviously if you just spray a little more, you'll get a little more out of it, but the sillage is definitely there. It's a Parfum extrait. God, it's just right. Perfect blend of smoky and earthy tones while being handsome, gentlemanly, and refined. Again, it falls in the middle. It's not challenging, but it's not basic, generic entry level either. And the quality is, as expected, top tier. So, starting off the week, which I had wore it like 4 or 5 days in a row at this point. This was like day 4 or day 5 or something like that. It's signature Seraphim Khus from Zaharoff. And then when I got the shower, I wanted something bright and fresh. So I went with Rayhaan's Adonis Icarus, their take on Afternoon Swim. Super bright orange, citrus, watery, fresh, super clean, just bright, fresh, watery orange is how you can look at it. Zesty, zingy, vibrant, and uplifting. Average performance, just smells incredible. I like pretty much everything Afternoon Swim. Afternoon Swim from Louis Vuitton is a very basic profile, but it's elite level basic profile is the way I would look at it. Because orange is my favorite citrus note, and this is a whole lot of mandarin orange. And it's just bright and fresh. It's watery aquatic. It's musky. The ginger just brightens it up without making it spicy. It's just really good. Every clone I've smelled of it, I very much enjoy. The original, I very much enjoy. Maybe one day I'll overpay for that fragrance, but all the clones are so freaking good that I don't think it's even worth it. Because, again, it is a basic profile. And all these clones do it a lot of justice. Maybe the quality's not on par. Let me rephrase that. It's not maybe. The quality's not on par with what Louis Vuitton's bringing, but clones are really good. I gotta say, this clone's really good. Out the shower, Rayhaan Adonis Icarus. Moving into Monday, another great, well-rounded, fresh fragrance with some depth. It's basically like a spearmint oud kind of fragrance is how you can look at this. Dapper Aquatic, a little mineralic as well. This is from Fragrance du Bois. London Spice. Beautiful entry-level fragrance for them. Still pricey, great performer, very, very well-rounded. It's not basic, but it's not super complex and and layered. It's not a regal, over the top, elegant fragrance. It's something you could, if you spend the money on this, that you'll get tons of use out of. It works for literally everything. It provides some great freshness for in the warmer weather, or even you want a fresh hit in cooler weather. It works. Dressier occasions, it works. Casual with a t-shirt, it works. Even going out on dates, it works, because the quality here is pretty good. The synthetics they use are high grade. You got a few naturals in here as well. Performance is fantastic. It develops a little bit. Like I said, it's got some complexity to it. It's a great fragrance. While it's pricey, like I said, you're going to get your use out of it, because this is one that, I mean, it's a dumb reach kind of fragrance. You can do everything with it. Minty aquatic, a little bit of oud, peppermint, spearmint kind of stuff too. Really good. God, it's really good. Never gets old. I leave it on the desk. I never even put it on the shelf. I don't think it's ever been on the shelf. I just, whenever I feel the need, I just grab it and spray it. So during the day, Fragrance du Bois, London Spice. And then we got the shower. Another one I've been leaving on the desk to just wear out the shower whenever. Nautica Pure Blue, one of the 2 Nautica fragrances we have this week. Now, this is super basic. I don't recommend running out to get this. This is just a basic shower gel scent. It's perfect for a good refresher that you just need a couple hours out of. Out the shower, great gym bag fragrance, great young man's fragrance. Outside of that, nothing special here. The other Nautica fragrance, I think, worthy of talking about a little further, as we'll get into later in the video. But out the shower, Nautica Pure Blue. Moving into Tuesday. Now, this is one that I quite enjoy. It is closer to the new version. When I did my initial impressions, the opening is so leather forward, a little animalic and waxy iris, that it reminded me of the original formula. And then later in the day, it started drying down. It was more of a sweet, woody aromatic that the new version is. So I actually did a follow-up shorts video like 6 hours into it and pinned it as a comment to make sure people that watch that video can see it. And I keep getting criticized, and how dare you mislead viewers. And look, let me keep it real with you for a second. If you ain't got nothing nice to say to me, shut the fuck up and turn my video off and don't come back. Why waste your time? And to those of you that it bothers that I take moments to do this in these videos sometimes, it's my channel. I read my comments. I will address anything and everything I see fit as I see fit. And Rayhaan Obsidian is fantastic. It is very much, in my opinion, and this is my opinion. It doesn't matter if any of you agree with it or disagree with it. It's my opinion. It starts off very much like the original formula, 2014 through 2024. And then it dries into the new 2025, which really it came out the 26th of December in 2024, but it's called Dior Homme Parfum 2025. So it's technically supposed to be more like that, but the opening to this, and if you even see the note breakdown that they have on Parfumo, it's very much reminiscent of the original formula. It's much more leather forward, which there's none of that in the new version of Dior Homme Parfum. It's oud woody heavy, which there's none of that. The little bit of rose in there, and like it's very much the original formula in the opening, but it transitions greatly into that sweet, woody, aromatic, mass appealing designer that is the new version. So that is my story. That is what I'm sticking to. And again, I just want to reiterate one more time. If you don't have anything nice to say to me, or you come at me crossways and everything, don't be surprised. Just, I don't understand why it's a shock when I delete and block. I saw a short TikTok the other day that said you couldn't pay me to leave my macaroni and cheese recipe in the bottom of somebody's post. You know, who has time for that, just to spend 5 minutes writing a paragraph just to get deleted and blocked? I agree with that. If you have nothing nice to say on this channel to me, it's gone. I want that to be very clear. It's gone. And some people don't like, this ain't a democracy, this is my shit. My shit is not a democracy, it's my shit. Okay, so I want to be very, very clear about that. So to any of you that it bothered that I did this, Merry Christmas. I don't know what to tell you. But if you're interested in, if any of that sounds good about this fragrance, you'll probably like it. If you're going into it expecting a direct copy through and through of the original Dior Homme Parfum, then you're going to be disappointed. Unless you do like the new version, which I do very much like the new version. It's kind of, to me, it's a hybrid of the two. It performs really well. It's waxy, earthy, leathery. Earthy, woodsy, animalic, you know, and then it dries into sweet, woody, aromatic that's a little powdery. It's very, very nice. This is a very nice fragrance. Great offering from them. Do I wish it was more one or the other? Sure, but it being a hybrid, at least I think it is, kind of works out. So during the day, the giving me a lot of fucking grief for no good reason in my comment section, Rayhaan Obsidian. It really bothers some of you that I do this, but I'm not the typical fragrance reviewer. There ain't nobody else doing fragrance reviews that speaks like me, behaves like me, addresses things like me, has my lingo, handles things in the manner in which I do. I am a unique individual in the world, not just in this space. And that's just how it's going to be. Out the shower, though. Oh boy. Do you like tobacco? I grabbed the shave set for Zaharoff's signature Tabac. This is the Splash. Of course, you got to have some shots of the fragrance to go right along with it, right? I'm getting closer to that halfway mark. Not quite there yet. 'Tis the season. It's around this time of year when I reach for this one. This is one of those perfectly balanced fragrances, in my opinion, because it's not too much of a boozy tobacco. It's not a super sweet tobacco. It's not super spicy. It's not over-the-top aromatic. It's all of those things. Perfectly blended. Nice and smooth, harmonious, just straight line. Not a lot of peaks and valleys. At no point is it very woodsy. At no point is it overly sweet. At no point is it overly smoky. Everything's there. And it just kind of slowly moves through. It's got this green, leafy, aromatic type of tobacco. It's not super earthy. It's very dapper and handsome. This is a gentleman's tobacco fragrance that can very much be a signature scent, a daily wear, if you're in that professional setting or you very much prefer something out of the norm and you like tobacco fragrances. This is it. I just happen to use it with the shave set, so I shaved with it out the shower. Zaharoff signature tobacco. Moving into Wednesday, we had a lot going on. We were out and about. I wanted something that really had some staying power, and I wanted something a little different. It was cold. I don't know why I was in the mood for it. I had just talked to Mancera's, and this one was kind of an honorable mention that didn't get put in the video, but I was just in the mood for it. This is Mancera's Eternal Wood. Very slept on. Doesn't really get a lot of love, doesn't really get talked about. This is kind of a twist of many different profiles. I think you can relate it to so many different profiles. Being oud for greatness, it can be related to oud for happiness. I think it can be related to Sauvage Elixir even a little bit, where it's not overly spicy. It's more woodsy than anything, obviously. There's a little funkiness to the woods. There's a little sweetness to the woods. There's some dryness, some pencil shaving. There's a little animalic. It's got some sweetness, a little bit of that BR 540 sweetness that you'd find in oud for greatness specifically. It's actually just really nice. It's not for everyone. I could see some thinking this does not smell good, and then there's some that would be, oh my God, what a hidden gem. I fall into the latter. I think it's very much a hidden gem. It's really strong. You don't need a lot of sprays. I think I did like 4 sprays. And I kept getting whiffs. I do not get nose fatigue from this one. At least not much. Very much my jam. I'm not a big oud for greatness guy. I really thought oud for happiness was kind of a disappointment. I like BR 540. I love Sauvage Elixir, but I kind of take this over all of them because I get the highlights of all of those profiles in one. Like everything I like about any of them is here, including performance, and it's a sub $100 4-ounce bottle. It's like $80 range to get this, and you're going to get a lot for your money here. It's going to go a long ways. You don't need a lot of sprays. This is a 3 to 5 spray fragrance for really strong projection, sillage, and fantastic longevity. You don't need 20 sprays for people to smell your fragrance, people. I know your favorite content creator has programmed you to think that, but that is not true. It's just not true. And that's great that some of you have put that into practice. And what happens is you wear your nose out from doing the first couple times you do it. Your nose starts adjusting to, okay, this asshole is just going to wear me out all the time. I need to adapt and adjust because there's nothing in this world more adaptive than the human body. Your nose will adjust to you spraying like a nutcase all the time. It just will. If your nose figures out you bathe in cologne, it's going to start adjusting your sense of smell to, oh, we just bathe in cologne now. And 20 sprays to you will smell what 4 sprays is to me. So it's all in how you condition yourself. So I honestly don't believe you need a lot. And somebody's bound to chime in, oh, you wild, man. I got to do at least 15 just for my girl to smell me. I'm telling you, man, it ain't just me. It ain't just nose fatigue. I walked into the room and they couldn't smell me after an hour. I've heard all those things, guys. I've heard all those things. But, I'm not hitting you with an opinion. It's a bitter dose of reality when it comes to the way we train our nose. It'll take what you throw at it and work with it. That's just how the body operates. It will adjust. So maybe you have to spray 20 times now. Once you put yourself in that position and you've adjusted to it, that's kind of what you do going forward. You're kind of stuck there, I guess, until you try to reset. And nobody wants to get to where they can't smell nothing for a while if you love perfume. So once you're there, right? So that's why I've never tried to push myself beyond that. Like 7 sprays is crazy for me for some fragrances. Super fresh stuff, I'll do, 10, 12 sprays. But this, I don't need a lot. And if you're a fan of this one, shout outs to you. If you've never tried it, maybe give it a shot. You may love it, you may hate it. But there's decants online, there's samples out there. You should give it a shot. During the day, nothing out the shower. Mancera Eternal Wood. Moving into Thursday, we've got some kind of hidden gem-esque type fragrances. One, I haven't sprayed this in so long. I forgot how much I liked it. It's basically a woodier take on Invictus Aqua in many ways. This is Dunhill Icon Racing. The green bottle. I had people asking me how I feel about the blue and the red. I've actually never tried them. And, shame on me. Maybe I need to get around to going ahead and just buying them. Because this is really good. Really good longevity, 8 to 10 hour kind of stuff. Projects well. High compliment factor because it's in the vein of Invictus Aqua, right? It smells so good because, I'm an Invictus Aqua kind of guy. For the longest time, Invictus Aqua 2018 was my #1 fragrance in my collection. It is the most complimented fragrance I've ever worn. Nothing's gotten me compliments the way Invictus Aqua 2018 specifically has. It's still one of my favorite fragrances of all time. This is reminiscent of that, just more woody dominant overall, even from the start on into the dry down. Another great performer, hidden gem, affordable, $40-ish fragrance kind of stuff. Totally worth grabbing. Great in any man's collection that likes that style fragrance. It doesn't matter how evolved your taste and your palate and your collection has become. You can still enjoy stuff like this. I certainly do. I love stuff like this most of the time. I go from a funky wood fragrance onto an Invictus Aqua kind of fragrance. But this, really good stuff when it comes to super cheap designers, affordable cheap designers. This is a good one. During the day, Dunhill Icon Racing, the green bottle. Then we got the shower. This was viewer recommended a while back. Finally got it. Love it. Eternity Aromatic Essence. Very much coconut water, coconut shell with some juniper heavy aromatics, a little bit of spice. It's very woodsy. A little touch of sunscreen, but not overwhelming like cocoa butter. Thick, creamy lotion kind of smell. It's not heavy on that. Like I said, it's more like a ambery coconut shell, coconut water kind of thing. And I think the juniper helps with that a lot. It's very juicy juniper berry dominance. Really good fragrance. Average to slightly above average performance. Relatively affordable in that $40 range. One of the better Eternity flankers to ever come out that, in my opinion, smells nothing like Eternity. Why'd I wear this out the shower? It was right there. I said, what the hell? Basically what the thought process was. Out the shower, Eternity Aromatic Essence from Calvin Klein. Moving into Friday. What a beautiful, beautiful entry-level vetiver fragrance that punches so far above its $25 to $30 price point. It's Lalique's Encre Noire Sport. It's so watery fresh. It's super mega juicy bergamot in the top with this smoked woody vetiver, just a little on the earthy side. Much easier than the original Encre Noire. I actually don't like Encre Noire. I like Encre Noire Sport. I like the Extreme. Go figure, the darker, gothic, inky one. Super inky one. I don't like the regular one. And then Encre Indigo is phenomenal. It's kind of like the blue fragrance of the bunch. But this one, gun to my head, if I was picking one, I'm picking the Sport. I think it's the most well-rounded, most entry. See, this, like I said, I'm picky with vetivers. This is entry-level kind of stuff that offers a little more for an entry-level fragrance because it does smell like, if I was to put this in a different bottle under a different name brand, you probably wouldn't. I could probably fool you into thinking this is a $200 fragrance. Quality here is actually surprisingly good. It's nice and smoky right off the get. Juicy hit of bergamot. It's just, what a good one. Not super complex. It doesn't have a ton of layers to it, but it's a phenomenal fragrance for what it is. This is money in the bank right here when it comes to fragrance collection. This is a great, pillar when starting out. You want a cheap gem? This is like elite Mount Rushmore level cheapy gem stuff. I would put this on the Mount Rushmore of greatest historically cheap fragrances of all time. This. God forbid they ever discontinue it one day because it won't be cheap anymore. A lot of you can agree with me. Please sound off if you agree that when you really think about it, if you were to make a Mount Rushmore of the greatest all-time greats of cheap fragrances, this deserves a seat right up there. I think, anyways. I would say Mont Blanc Individuel maybe deserves a spot as well. Got to give Jeremy his due for hyping the shit out of that one, but that one's up there as well. But this one, If you've never tried it and you want to dabble your toe into a really good vetiver, but really cheap, maybe take a look. Lalique Encre Noire Sport. This is good shit right here. Then we got out the shower. Another afternoon swim with more complexity. This is Rohit Perfu-Adictos. Shout out to my guy Perfu-Adictos. With Rohit, this is Azure. This smells very much like a higher grade clone of Afternoon Swim. Much more watery. This is more ginger dominant. Loads of that citrus. It's got more musk in it. Like it smells a little bit deeper, but definitely a stronger fragrance. It's richer. Look at that, Aromatic. And that orange is so juicy. So juicy. Now this I would take over Rayhaan. You can see it right there. Rayhaan Icarus Adonis. This is the better fragrance. I don't remember how cheap. I know this one's affordable. They're in the same price range. This one's strong. This is a beast. This one's got crazy longevity, and it's really, really strong and loud. This is the better one of the bunch. I did have, this is Bharara. I believe is how you say it, is the brand. See the logo? Bharara Rohit X Perfu-Adictos. A collaboration that he did. Shout outs to my guy. Which his newest fragrances, I think, are in my P.O. box. I need to go grab them. Perfu-Adictos. Shout outs to my guy, Manny. His first one, Puro Blanco. You can see literally right there, that white bottle. Amber Mango Musk. Boy, he's got a lot big shoes to fill to beat his first one. But this was before he put out his own stuff. He had this collaboration. This shit's fire. If you like Afternoon Swim, this is a must. So, out the shower, Rohit and Perfu-Adictos, Azure. Finally on Saturday, I might have to call this the best smelling day of the week. So some of you know that means Coconut Lagoon's here. Yes, had a good shave last night. Shave for church. I was in a hurry today. I was going to wear a three-piece suit today, believe it or not. This video was going to be done in a three-piece suit. I was going to wear my red berry suit. I got the vest to match it now, so it's a full three-piece suit now. But we were in kind of a hurry this morning, so I just went polo jeans and some Chelsea boots. So kind of semi-casual operation. But during the day, I went with Nautica Red. One of the newest Nautica fragrances, $20 on Amazon in that link below. And this is very much reminiscent of all the red bottle fragrances you've ever liked. Polo Red, Mont Blanc Legend Red, Eros Flame. It doesn't smell exactly like any one of them, but it smells like it belongs to the family of all of them. This is a little fruity, spiced aromatic, a little peppery. There's no fruits listed or anything. They list like lavender, pepper, and rosemary, I think, are the three notes. But it's got this fruity sweetness to it. It's really good. Performance is slightly above average, too. They say it's long-lasting. I got about 6 hours before I took a shower. And it was still going. So it can go beyond the 6-hour mark. That I can tell you from this one first wearing. I actually really like this one. I think this is one of the best Nautica fragrances they've ever put out. Yeah, the green one smells like Sauvage, because I know you guys are going to ask. It's right over here. I'm going to wear that this week. But this is worth checking out for 20 bucks. I mentioned earlier, there is actually a Nautica fragrance I would recommend spending your money on. Grab this for 20 bucks. This is a 50 ml. I think it's the 100 ml that's 20 bucks on Amazon. It's either the 50 or the 100. It comes in 2 sizes. But yeah, and it's the coolest looking Nautica bottle ever with this red gradients. So during the day, Nautica Red. And then we got out the shower. Oh, faithful. This aftershave splash is getting pretty low, as you can see. This is a dupe of Virgin Island water. This is Sphinx Beard Caribbean Island. Have the shave soap as well. And then, of course, Coconut Lagoon for the fragrance. Layering a pina colada with sugared Skittles and candied coconut and caramel. Oh my, what a combination. What a combination. Very different coconut fragrances, but go together very, very well. And I'm not the layering type, but this shit is amazing. Some of the greatest aroma I've ever smelled. But this, you tell me if I wear this a lot. I've got like, I don't know, if I was to do a count, 23, 24, maybe 2,500 bottles. If I was to do a count right now, well over 2,000 at this stage. Put it this way, when I did my collection video, it was like right under 1,500 bottles 2.25 years ago. I did that video right after we moved in. I've been here since August of 2023. Yeah. God, it's so good. I love this stuff. That caramel comes out more and more as you make your way down in this bottle, and it macerates more and more. It's elite level stuff. Out the shower, Paris Corner, Coconut Lagoon. Well, that's all she wrote for this week. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Links are down below if you want to check anything out. Of course, you don't have to buy nothing to watch these videos, but it is appreciated if you happen to use the link. Do make a small commission, and it does contribute to continuing to buy all this stuff. We've got some new releases coming. I believe tomorrow, Dolce & Gabbana the One Parfum should be coming in. Phantom in Red from Rabanne. It'll probably be in. I'll probably won't be able to do that until I get back from Louisiana after Christmas. I think it comes in like Christmas Eve. I won't be here. And of course, I'm going to be grabbing many other designers that are coming out. 'Tis the season. First Q1 of every year, tons of designers release. And that's like peak buying season for fragrances for me and for a lot of us that review anyways. So appreciate you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe if you leave, and we'll see you on the next one.